Hello there YouTube. So we're going to have a little quick wander through my town and show you all the exciting bits about my town. So this is a town centre. Years ago when I was a kid, this whole road here, it was a road. This is where you'd catch the bus up further on. But I think in the 80s, no sorry, the 90s, the late 90s, they changed it to this. So it is what it is. There's a little bit here for kids to play on. I mean, to be fair, it's not a bad town really. I mean, we do have quite a few shops. We have the good old sex, S-E-X, however you want to pronounce it. But yeah, I mean, you know, we do have quite a few shops. And we have our arcade, Harbour Centre, which is, you know, it's a nice little place. There's a few shops. Have our local Primark as well. Sells all the nice cheap stuff. So we'll make our way round a little bit. I'm not going to exactly film anyone or talk to anyone because I don't know. It's just not really the sort of thing I do at the moment, anyway. There's our Specsavers. Just been at Specsavers to pick up my glasses because I needed some new glasses, especially for gaming as well. And I had to ask them about the form to get my left eye operated on. So hopefully that will come through soon, because they did say that they sent it out, but I haven't received it yet, so I don't quite know what's going on here. Now this bit here, this has got a good little backstory. This used to be called Bikers Alley. So along here we'd have a row of custom bikes. All the bikers in Bedford used to come up here. A few MCs, so we had a few patched people up here. Then here you had a bit for your push bikes. So me and my mates would stand here. You had railings here going across here. So that's where they parked all their bikes. These trees weren't here. So they'd park. So I'm not filming you, mate. So they'd park all their bikes here, and we'd sit and we'd just, you know, have a little chat with them and watch them and look at their bikes and all that kind of shit. And yeah, it was good fun back then. That was in the 80s. That was gone years ago. So that guy didn't want to be filmed. Like I say, a lot of people don't really want to be filmed, and that's fair enough, you know. I'm not going to film someone if they don't want to be filmed. If they ask politely not to film, I won't film them. Simple as that. I'm not one of these people who'll shove a phone in someone's face because they asked me not to. You know, I've noticed a few YouTubers do that, and I just think, no, come on. They've asked you not to film them, so just don't film them. Simple as that. Especially if they ask politely. You know, if they come up to you and say, look, I don't like to be filmed, can you not film me? Then just don't film them. It's simple. Not everyone likes to be filmed. Not everyone wants to be put on camera, which again is understandable. So anyway, enough about me ranting about that. So yeah, so this used to be, like I say, a big road. So the buses would come up here, and we had a few bus stops to catch the buses. We also had a road going up here as well. None of this was a walkway. All these are roads. This bit here used to be, it still is a marketplace, but it's way smaller than what it used to be. My dad used to work at the marketplace here. He used to take them all down because he used to work for the council. He used to do the lights for the council, so that was a part of his job, because obviously they had lights there. We'll walk down here anyway. This is a lovely building. Again, if you notice on top there, you see the little things. So this, you know, was probably a fort or something back in the day, because a lot of our churches have these. like fortifications, and like I mentioned in one of my other videos, that Bedford was an agricultural town, so we sold food, we had food. So this is also part of the harbour centre, so you kind of start around there and you go in and you walk all the way around and you come out this bit here, or you can come out a bit around the corner. But it's a beautiful building, absolutely lovely building, and this has been here for centuries. I mean, this is our so-called Christmas decorations. You know, they've really thrown about out on Christmas this year. But yeah, I don't know, we're meant to be doing some Christmas light turn on thing, but really not sure when that's supposed to happen. Then we come down here to this is the old councils. So we have the housing council. We have a nice church as well here. Again, now I can't remember what they're called, but there's a word for it. You know, the bits on top, you know, the square bits. There's words for them, but my memory's not too great, and I often do forget a word. So yeah, but this is a beautiful church, really nice. Again, this has been here most of my life, all my life. I've never known it not to be here. So it's a lovely church. Again, oh yeah, St Paul's Church, obviously. Don't know why I didn't notice that. I'm not sure if you can hear me as well, because I'm not really shouting too loud, because I'm in town and don't really want to shout too loud in town. So there's these other buildings. Most of these buildings in town are very old, actually. You know, we've got some really nice architecture in town. It's a better look at the church. It's a big church, you know, it is quite big. Probably one of the biggest churches we have in Bedford, to be fair. I think it actually is one of the biggest churches we have in Bedford. And this is a corn exchange. I remember as a kid seeing my first band called the Enid. I was about, I think I was about 12, 13 when I came here to see this band. And they had another band called Stop the World. They were a punk band. So they were the first band. And then the Enid came on. And I guess some of you older folk, especially in England, might know who the Enid is. They were kind of like, a bit like a psychedelic rock group. Very good group, I loved them, I still like them. So yeah, we're walking up this bit, and so street names, I'm not really too up on street names, to be honest. You know, I just know where people live or where shops are, but I don't particularly know what the street name is. I know this is the high street. That's what I'm going across. This is the high street. I just change hands a little bit because I'm having a little vip. So yeah, so again, you know, old buildings. This as well again used to be for the markets, and I don't think it has markets there anymore. Also used to be for bikers as well. A lot of bikers used to hang around here. So this is a high street, so I'll walk up the high street a little bit. The old Rose pub, it's been there for a long time. Got a few clubs up here as well. I mean, they've changed names throughout the years, but this used to be a nightclub. So you've got the old karaoke there and stuff like that. Then we have a bank, Lloyd's Bank. Another little kind of like pub, restaurant place. That's cool. Well, yeah, I mean, I was saying the other day that we don't have much shops, but kind of actually we do. I don't really know why I said that. I guess it's because I don't really often come to town that much anymore. So I only came today because I had to pick up my glasses, which I was meant to have done last week, but it got postponed because they didn't have my glasses there, so I had to pick them up this week. And I did say to a friend, my mate Eagle Star, a shout out to Eagle Star and his lovely Mrs. Angela and the little wee man. We love the wee man, little Grayson. When we game, it's often fun having Grayson on there, because the other day we had a nice little sing along. We have these statues here, they've got two heads. I'm not really sure what they're meant to represent, but I guess they're kind of, to me, they're like Marmite. You either like them or you don't. Hello, so yeah, they've been here for a few years, but yeah, some people can't stand them, some people don't mind them. It really does depend on your point of view when it comes to art. So yeah, this is the high street, and this has always been the high street. This hasn't changed at all, this road. This road used to be a little bit bigger, but they made it a little bit narrower for some reason. Now we have these little arcades as well, and these are quite cool, I think, to go down. Also, they're a little bit warmer as well. So, I mean, again, they've really thrown out the money on the decorations this year. Hundreds of decorations. I mean, look at it. I mean, how much decorations can you put up on the place? They've really thrown the boat out. Yeah. I mean, I remember last year there was hardly any decorations. It was pretty sad, to be fair. But got some nice little shops as well. There's a nice little shop here. Sells all kinds of knickknacks and all that. So it's a nice shop. We've got a few nice shops down there actually. There's a few clothing like boutiques, barbers. There's another tuition centre, Marvellous Minds. Book your free assessment inside today. I don't know what this is all about. Creative writing. Let's have a look here. So it's creative writing, maths, English, storytelling. That's quite good. Quite good. This is a lovely. Now this shop here, this has been here for absolutely years. One of the best sweet shops you'll find in the town. This place sells everything when it comes to sweets and stuff like that. It's a really nice shop. Got a little cafe there. Another hairdressers. Pumpernickel's where we used to go. We used to go to the gym to get our whey and our protein shakes. This used to be a vape shop, but it's not anymore. Then it comes a little bit empty down here. So there's really only places for, well, there was a shop here for suits, but where that's gone. There's a thing about this town centre, shops seem to come and go. So that's one little bit of an arcade, and then we've got another arcade, a church arcade. So we have our shops here. Jason's has been here for a long time as well. Phone shops, kind of a town without no phone shops. So this is another little arcade, and down here it leads to a place we call Pigeon Square, and it's because it has loads of pigeons. So it's called Pigeon Square. Again, no decorations. You wouldn't know it's Christmas, to be fair. You really wouldn't. tech repair. No tech repair because it's closed. So no tech. Not much shops down here at all. A little skater shop. Does all like skater stuff and these little things here. There's some cool stuff actually. I've seen some really nice bikes outside here. You know, if I was a kid, I would have probably have been in there buying me BMXs and all that. We have like a charity shop thing here. Sells all second-hand furniture and stuff. This is quite a good shop as well. You can get some decent stuff here, you know, for a good price. So yeah, so this is the square, Pigeon Square, where we can't really know it. See, they've put up all these spikes and that to stop the pigeons from pigeoning. So I suppose we get as many pigeons as what we used to. So, you know, I mean, many people don't like pigeons anyway. I don't really know why. They say they're full of diseases. Just have to look up pigeons and find out they're not really full of diseases at all. They're just birds, you know, but I don't know. So, yeah. This used to be a road as well, coming all the way down here, so the bus would come all the way down here and then go round. Got another, and that's where the bus station is there. So I mean, like I say, you know, this town centre is a pretty small town. There's nothing really much to it. It's not very big. It's quite small. You can walk around Bedford. It'll take you about 15 minutes to walk around Bedford town, as I say, because it's not very big. So yeah, so I think that's about it really. There's really not much else to show. Actually, I will walk up here and I'll show you our our local prison. So if you've been a little bad boy, you'll be put in here. It's like a I can't remember what they call them now, but you know, it's not a prison. I think you go here like on remand and then you get sent to another prison. So it's not one of these prisons that people stay for years and years. It's a kind of, you know, you go there and then wait to be allocated to another prison. But this is Bedford Prison. Thankfully a place I've never been, and I don't plan to. This bit here, that's a new part of it, that weren't there. But this bit here, this has been here for I wouldn't like to say how long, certainly over 50 years, because I'm 55 and it's always been here, so probably wasn't always a prison either. I'm not sure. To be fair, I'm not sure. Should have really looked that up and looked up how long this has been here. But yeah, this is a prison. So there's another church here. We do have a lot of churches in Bedford. A lot of churches. And like I said in one of my videos, most of our churches connect together by undergrounds. So I guess that's how people used to get to one bit to another. They would go on the underground bit. You know, especially when we was in times of, you know, battles and things like that. You know, you'd have the local militia army. That's how they'd get to one kind of barracks to another, by going through the tunnels. Which makes sense, really. This is a school. I think it's not all-girls school, I think. I'm not sure, but I think it is. But yeah, there's another church up there. Again, that's been here for, all the churches have been here for generations and generations. They're all old, but they're lovely. I do like churches. There's a bit up here. So with all the old buildings. Walk further down, these are all flats. Now the bit in front of us, if I get my finger right, this building here used to be our old police station. But we don't have a police station in the town anymore. But yeah, I remember as a kid visiting this police station a couple of times with our old mopeds and old motorcycles riding around and getting caught on them. I mean, back then you didn't have to have a licence really, because you didn't have number plate recognition. So as long as you're riding safely, which to be fair I did. I weren't one of these rush, speed around, become a pain in the arse kind of person. I kind of rode responsible, because I didn't want to get pulled over really. So, but a couple of times we did, and then we started to get a little bit, we're too well known. So yeah, so we had to kind of stop. So yeah, then the sun's getting in the way now. But yeah, that used to be our old police station. You can't really see it now to the sun, but that's been closed for years. Don't know what they're going to do to it. They keep saying they're going to do something to it, but I'm not sure what. This is our bus station. So now, see what I've done basically is I started there, which we're going to get to, and I shall stop the video, and I basically walked all the way around. So that is pretty much our town centre. There's our bus station. It's always quite busy, a bus station, to be honest. Just cross the road without getting run over. Don't want to get run over today. Or any day, come to that. I don't think it's ever a good day to get run over. So yeah, this is our town centre. And it used to be, I mean, I've got so much good memories of this town centre when I was a kid. I mean, the decorations it used to have were amazing. I mean, it really did push the boat out on Christmas decorations. And as you can see this year, where are they? There's pretty much no decorations at all. As you saw one little tree. Now whether or not they're, I mean, it's a month away from Christmas nearly, so I'm not sure if they're going to be kind of late putting out decorations, or they're simply just not going to bother, which I think that may be the case, which is a shame, but there you go. So just walking up this bit has always been here as well. As you can see, the roads are terrible. I mean, just look at the roads, really bad. I wouldn't like to be riding my motorcycle down here, that's for sure. But anyway, I'm not riding it at the moment, so I've got to get my eye done. But I should be on it next year. I'm going to get my licence after Christmas, and then we'll get all sorted out, take my test, and then we'll get on my bike and maybe do some videos riding around on my bike. I think that would be quite fun. So yeah, it's a little marketplace here, kind of cool. So yeah, okay, so we've took a whole Pilgrim Progress pub that's been here for years as well. So yeah, we've took a whole circle. This is where I started from. I just went all the way around basically, and like I said, that's how long it takes. Not long at all. Take you 15 minutes to walk all the way around town. So there you go. So on that note, you all take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, look after each other, look after your families, and just be good people. Whatever you believe in or don't believe in, just be good people. That's basically it. So yeah, this is Digital Dogs. Peace out. and I'll catch you later.